I'm live representing Flat Earth. You heard me? I said I'm live representing Flat Earth. I know I talk about Kanika Jenkins a lot, man. It's just in me. It's just in me. But it's Flat Earth business, man. I fuck with real niggas fuck with me. That's how we do this thing. I'm trying to set this thing up where I can, what I need to do here. Boom. What I did wrong? The fuck did I do wrong? Oh, well, what? I just got a Flat Earth beat down from my boy out. John, take me there. I just see my boy goddamn Sarah. Say he going live with the Flat Earth beat down. I need to go jump over there and holler at my boy. The Flat Earth beat down, huh? He gonna put them crystals on me. He gonna put them crystals on me. Yeah, he gonna put them crystals on me. Let me see. My boy said he gonna goddamn give the Flat Earth beat down. That's what he said. He gonna give the Flat Earth beat down. Let me see. I set this shit up. Y'all know I don't know what the fuck I be doing. Know what I be doing. Bim, I think I'm gonna go over there and fuck with Sarah. Man, cause I'm long anyway, I ain't got shit to do. He gonna cuss me out. No, you ain't. He's pretty good dude, just all of us set in our ways at some point in time. But I'm gonna goddamn he done popped up, say he gonna give us a Flat Earth beat down. I'm gonna go take this beat. Testing 1, 2. I ain't got no live crew. Oh shit, I got some people in this motherfucker, man. I'm gonna chat it right there. What's up? Testing 1, 2. I ain't got no live crew. Yeah, I gotta mute this shit. I got a crew in here, man. I got a crew in here. Bubba Gup, Sarah. Shit, Bubba Gup might be Sarah. Hey, Tip. What's going on? My boy Dre Midas, what's up, bro? I see you in the chat. I see you. Who else I got in here? Yeah, Tiffany and Dre, I got them in here. Shit, I ain't know I had nobody in here. Y'all wanna go in and fuck with Sarah? I see what he talking about. I let Dre beat up on his head. You know, I ain't good with all that talking. I know a little something. I can talk a little bit. I'm supposed to be going on Kev Gills tonight and talk about the Flat Earth over there with the people I hang out with over there. We just spreading the word, getting it out in a good way with good energy. We ain't trying to beef. You gotta stay away from that conscious beef. You know what I'm saying? We just trying to be unique and authentic. You know what I'm saying? Oh, my boy said let's do it. You want me to invite you, Dre? Want me to invite you on? My boy Dre said let's do it. I wonder how I get up. I gotta man, Dre, you gotta work. I gotta figure out how to get over there too. I need to send him an invite. That's what I need to do for Sarah. So that's all I know how to do. Shit, I don't know how to do nothing else. I'm gonna send you an invite, Dre. We can do that. Tiff said Dre would get him. I know that's real. I know that's real. Let me see. Oh, let me get serious here. I don't want to be playing too much. I played too much the other day. Let me see, can I get a little serious here? Now, where do I need to go for Bell? Right here. Invite. Dre. Why the shit ain't coming up? Damn, Drake's Rod supposed to already be. Man, I gotta figure out how to do this shit. Let me see. The last time I did this, Drake name came straight up. Let's see. Last time I did this, Drake name came straight up. So let me see. I gotta figure something out. That's crazy. I don't know how to send anybody. No.
I can't find the other people.
The old one off YouTube I was just using.
I gotta find it.
Oh. I'm trying to. Fucking tripping. Give me a minute, Drake. I'm working on it. Let me see something. I probably supposed to hit that Gmail. I gotta get computer savvy. I'm really not computer savvy at all. See, it will come up. I know what I'm going to have to do. Drake, can you send me your email? Maybe I can do it like that. You just send me your email, then I can send it to you. Because I'm going to drive myself crazy like that. Oh, he said he'll be right back in 5 minutes. Okay. Damn it, we need to laugh. Shit too serious. I know that's real, sweetheart. That's right. Drake said he'll be right back in 5 minutes. I'm trying to see. Let me see. Click on this. Click on this, cat. Bro.
Well, this is a video you can put on your Facebook that they can watch because they won't be seeing no gram. What we eat. Thanks, friend.
Yo, Sarah, I'm trying to go over to get your ass. We finna goddamn double screen this bullshit. Y'all hear Sarah? Let me see, it's him and Ed over there. I can't fuck with Ed. I gotta get Dre on his ass. What's up, nigga?
Then when it came back on, I couldn't reconnect for some reason.
What's my internet be doing? Been doing that shit for months. We even got brand new internet companies. They'll do the same thing.
Shout one out to F.E.D. Flat Earth discussion.
That's me, nigga.
Coming on through. If you would like to come on the panel and build with Big Old Head and myself, then you're more than welcome to. Or if you think yourself in the chat.
It's me, nigga. Fuck is you talking about? I changed my name. I changed my name. He don't know it's me. My boy Sarah.
My boy Tom Phillip. Oh, okay, yeah. Oh, you got a couple of accounts. Oh, I ain't mad at you. I got quite a few, as you can see myself.
I think he went live earlier.
Yeah, I'm live now.
Yeah, I haven't even knew that channel had even existed.
Yeah, I just made it, bro.
I just knew it was Tom Phillip. Yeah. So don't be no confusion. Doing a little something special here. I don't usually stream for this channel. Doing a little something special. My man Ed, he has family members that would like to hear what he would like to be saying while he's on YouTube. But you know, Ed keeps pretty honest. Unfortunately, his family members, especially family, not the flat earth fam, so don't be no confusion. His family members too enthused about seeing my pretty ram that's on my other channel. So that's the reason why I moved it on over here. Oh, you live too? Flat Earth. So that's the reason why I moved it on over here, so that the family members can be able to hear what he got to say without them having to see the ram, the goat.
Okay, Till. I got you. It's for that message you sent me the other day, right? Okay, let me find that. Can you send one to Sarah too? I'm trying to see how we can do this. Let me get Dre first. Hold up, Tip. I'm gonna send it to you. I'm gonna get used to this shit after a while. I gotta go though. Thanks, Till. Thank you, baby. Let me see. It's a bag. I had me and Tip was on the. I don't know how to send the damn link though. Where the fuck the link at? Let me see something. Let me go here.
Oh yeah, they got 4 watching over there.
Yeah, I'm trying to do some shit, man. I'm multitasking over here. Yeah, bro, I'm trying to goddamn get it. I'm trying to get it crunk, but I'm trying to get you on. Just hold down. I can hear you. I got all this shit on the screen. Oh no, you know I got my shit. They're gonna send me the change. I won't.
Huh?
I'm trying to see how I get this link out here like this. Boom. Oh, I got it.
Phone as the camera and use this phone as I don't know why the other phone you won't let the chat open.
I'll send that link. I'll just drop it in the chat, right?
Yeah, you can. You got a copy.
You know what I'm saying? Copy.
You want to go over there? I don't know if they allow us over there, but they know we come in peace and all that. I think he's not one of the good guys now, even though we had a funky stuff.
What you talking about?
Tom Phillips, he live right now.
My boy.
Yeah, my boy. Man, drop it right here, right here, page.
You said he was in the chat?
Yeah, I'm in there now, about to type something, let them know I'm here. They must have been listening to my stream because I played a piece of the stream.
Sorry, let me go to Sarah chat.
Hello?
Now I seen you. I got your notification.
Yeah, he got a new channel.
Oh, yeah.
I got your notification. Bring your ass on over here.
It's your call. You want to stay here?
For the time,
Yeah,
we can go fuck with.
Let me see.
All right, then. Oh, shit. Looks like that was a
Now, who you know you want to talk about?
All right.
I said, he said, who?
Let me see if they still alive.
I said, he said, who? Like he knew you weren't talking to him.
Oh, yeah, they still alive. They only got 2 watches, though. But we can still go over there. I was playing part of his stream so you can hear what he was talking about, but I didn't want to get flagged or anything, you know. So
No, man, ain't nobody finna do no flagging, bro. We ain't on all that crazy shit.
we can go over there and build with him. I'm just gonna sit back and listen to what y'all got to say and see if y'all can enlighten me, because I'm still waiting to see if y'all can convert me.
Man, we ain't got no goddamn crystal could convert you. Let me see what I got going on here.
Hold on, let me get the chat up to come to your channel.
Come on. Come on over.
All right. So you just want to end the stream and go build with them? Because you said you wanted to do something at nighttime anyway, some experiments.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, it'd be better like that, yeah.
Yeah, and then let's give me a chance to make a little quick video later on to tell everybody to subscribe to here. They want to get a, I don't know.
I think they said they just gonna come over here, family.
Come on over to the channel, you know. I don't know that much about it yet. Just a few basic things me and you be talking about. But let's head on over there. I'd like to thank everybody for coming on through. Peace, love, and life to the fam. Ooh, we. Oh, and go over here to subscribe to Flat Earth. Hold on, let's see this channel again. I'm Philippine or something. Hold on. Yeah, go to subscribe to F.E.D. Flat Earth Discussion, 3GD, BG Deception. Go subscribe to that brother. That's Tom Philip. He's a good brother. He one of the good guys out in the bunch. I know I call him all conspiracy nuts, but he ain't one of them. I can always say if it don't fly, let it fly. And I thank everybody for coming through. All right, let's head on over there, big ass.
Okay, they come. They say they gonna come over here. They say they gonna come over here. That's cool. Get rid of some of the goddamn tension, man. I don't know what be going on. Bam. Let me see. Did Dre come back? I never did printer. I thought Dre bring a positive energy. Say, what up, Shay? Okay, I'm back in the chat now. I thought I had dropped the link, Dre. I was trying to send it. Well, we wouldn't be getting fucked with, but you want me to just drop it in the chat? Scam us. Who all we got? Dre back. Dre came back. I added Dre. I can't find Sorrow. Maybe. Oh, you added Dre? Okay. I don't know. I don't be knowing what the hell I do my best. Oh, hell no. Fuck Bill hit. Bill hit P-Mar. Oh, so you don't want me to drop it in the chat because P-Mar is going to be all in our shit, right? I don't need to drop that link in the chat, right? If I do, P-Mar is he gonna start some shit. He gonna start some shit. What else, Cyrock? Oh, yeah, came by. I bet I had to finish my stream. Ed. Oh, yeah, I was listening. I was listening to y'all, bro. That was Ed right there. They go Ed right there. Man, I'm gonna drop this link. I'm gonna drop this link down in the goddamn chat, man. I ain't, you know what I'm saying? We'll worry about all the other shit later, man. And Tiffany, can you? I'm trying to figure out how to send the Hangout links without giving the link up. What's up? I see you. So I'm trying to see how to get it to the Hangout. How can I get that link to the Hangout? Because the Hangout on my phone. I need to get that link to my Hangout on my phone. I'm trying to see how I get it back there. I had to copy all that shit. Okay. We need to get this shit popping, man. We need to get this shit popping. Cause I got to get some pointers, man. I got me a little flat earth debate, a little on my other channel I do. I'm calling you now, Tip. It's gonna ring. Okay, all right. I just put it in the chat. Let Drake go. What's up, babe? Okay, I'm just gonna drop it. I'm just gonna drop it in the chat and let Drake we just go from there. Okay, and then him and Ed probably come on up. I just dropped it in there. Okay, all right. That's okay. All right, thanks, Tip.
Yo, what it do, brother?
What's up, bro?
Chilling.
Hey, grab that link. Grab that link, Ed.
About to prepare myself a little meal. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I heard that what you said.
Yeah.
You trying to get something to eat.
Yeah, but you know I'm up in this piece.
Yeah, man. You know you better with that. You know with that mouthpiece than me, man. You know I'm country and be stuttering and shit.
Hey, bro, it's all good. I be stuttering too. Sometimes I don't even know what I be talking about. It's all good. That's why we here to learn and chop it up. You know. What's happening, Ed?
Oh shit, nothing much.
I'm from Alabama, Sarah. Yeah, you in there?
Yeah, Ed up in here. I see you. What it do?
What up?
Sarah, you coming to get that flat earth beating? That's why I went over there. He said we was gonna get that beat down. Ed gonna get a beat down.
Yeah, yo, Sarah be dogging us out. It's all good though. I got love for him, brother.
Yeah, I gotta try to get this. Let me remove that link out of the chat. All right, now we good. Oh, I see you. Okay, I see you. You good, bro? What's up, bro? Flat power.
What's good with you?
Flat power all day.
Flat power. You already know.
Sir.
I got Ed ass. He thought he was gonna beat us up, gonna beat the ghost up. Nah, nigga, you gotta beat us up. I'll be in the chat for you. I'm gonna get back. I'm gonna mute my mic, bro. Hey man, I guess
y'all. Sarah need to get up on the panel, yo.
I think he said he was gonna fall back. You want me to drop that link again, bro? You see what happened was Ed, I went live, and then while I was live, I got a notification from bro Sarah. I was like, damn, that was Sarah notification right there. I said, oh, he said he finna beat up on the flat earth. I said, shit, we gotta goddamn go over there. So that's all this is. So I clicked in and go, you know, I be getting notifications and shit. So I just shit, might as well just go over there. And I was trying to figure out how to do it at the same time. He said, I was multitasking. I wasn't multitasking. I was fucking up.
Yeah, that channel right there, Farrah letting me really like just kind of low key run in a way, and basically a lot of my people, they see the horns and you know, and they go like, oh, I ain't going to this shit. So
what, they be scared because of his icon?
Yeah, they see that box.
Like, what the fuck is this?
For real?
So now with the other one,
Oh
they'll
shit.
come around. And probably more other people just seeing it, period, they'd be turned off. Now people will just come.
Yeah, how you gonna be scared of an icon? That's crazy. You know, it's just a picture. You know what I'm saying? It don't mean nothing.
You
That's
know, people.
wild.
Your mic,
Yeah,
your
people.
mic muted. Your mic muted. Yeah, rolling up. Hey yo, I got a I'm a moderator in Kev Gill's on Kev Gill's channel, right? And so I changed my name. I changed the name of my channel so my shit came up as F.E.D, the Flat Earth Discussion. So he went in on me, so we supposed to
Mm-hmm.
be discussing Flat Earth tonight. So I was trying to see from my family, man. I know I'm gonna stay on that spin and the curve, but I just
Mm-hmm.
wanted to come refresh myself. I get myself warmed up. You know what I mean? Cause he's supposed to drop some bombs on me later on when I get my notifications. So I'm gonna try to go over there and try to spread his word a little bit.
He is he supposed to be a Glober? This dude you talking about?
Man, Kev just cool, man. Kev, he see shit. He'll be flat. He'll be glow. He say, you know what I'm saying? He just cool, man. He just like nah.
Oh, okay. No
Yeah,
doubt.
he
Hey,
ain't that deep
Let me
off
do
too.
it. Kev, let me have like, what was it, like an hour and 30 minutes one night? A long time ago talking about Flat Earth. Me and Kev, I fuck with Kev for a minute now.
See, I heard of that brother too. I just can't place his face or his icon or whatever, but I think I know
He
who
he
he
the guy.
is.
He the guy
Coffee
that
and Kev.
came out and goddamn went over that fight.
He came out what?
He came out and went real hard at Polite on that scam and shit. Once Polite went towards
Oh, maybe that's where I know him from though, because
yeah,
I used to follow Polite Tough,
Me too.
he the one
Polite,
put his foot on his neck.
Sadnetta, Pharaoh, Seti, all of them. I was all up in that. Yeah, okay. So that's probably why he sound familiar to me. Polite.
Well, shit.
That's crazy, yo. I
I
used to fuck with my fault, Tom. I used to fuck with Red
now
Pill and Blue Pill and them
Yeah, them too.
and
Yeah,
and,
true.
and Pooh and all them. A.A. Rashid's my dude. Like I used to mess with all them right when Polite came on the scene. And I hate to say it, but sooner or later your agenda comes out and it's a wrap.
Yeah,
oh yeah,
because
Once you play your card and we niggas see your card, man, we see you now, man. Go ahead, I want to out of here with that bullshit.
That's
What's
why
up?
I titled my name "I See You" on YouTube, because I
Oh,
see all these cats. I'm seeing straight through
yeah, I see you, my nigga. I be seeing you everywhere, my nigga. I see you there. I see Shay out there. But well, damn, man, I thought Sarah was gonna
Polite
come
was.
over. He said
Yeah, so did I. I thought he was
I
coming up on here.
could have just let it been you and Sarah, Sarah and Dre, and then I see you and that's about balance right there. And we get a little flat earth discussion going.
Yeah,
I really want to try to discuss some on the flat earth.
I was trying.
I'm not
I was
flat earth.
trying to get at. I was trying to get at him about this Moldavite. You know what I'm saying? 'Cause he, brother,
About the
you
And
know,
crystal.
ever since he said that, I hear people
yeah,
talk about
This is
that
what I
shit
want to
all
talk
the
about. Because
time, though.
he was going in on the last time I was on his channel. He was talking about the crystal.
yeah, talking about the
I
crystal.
went and Googled it. Man, that's my man, man. Man, come on up, Sarah, man.
Yeah, because yeah, it's not
Lord.
even, you know, I ain't even gonna say nothing. If he want to get it popping with the Moldavite, we could do that. But I'm gonna just
Yeah, because I had
reserve my
yeah,
thoughts for now. You know what I'm
when he
saying?
went in, I had went and looked it up because he said you niggas won't even go look it up. So I like shit. Let me go look this shit up.
He said you niggas won't even go look it up.
Yeah. See,
You
yeah.
know,
By the time he had said that, I'm like, I'm pretty familiar with the Moldavite, so I ain't even have to look it up. That's why I was like, yeah, I got his number with that Moldavite. So yeah,
she was just
I
gonna
wish he
you out of
would.
hand, man. But everything good, but we gotta keep that peace, bro. I don't need us falling out, man.
Oh
Shit,
yeah,
you got
none of that. You know what I'm saying? It's just strictly
it.
science. That's all it is. But I got mad respect for Sarah, even though he be going at us flat earthers or whatever. It's all good though. I understand. It's cool.
I was just saying that on his channel earlier. Ed was there. Like, I just think cats is too soft, man. That's why I
My
like
guy,
Tom. Tom keep it straight up. He ain't worried about hurting your feelings. He's just gonna tell you the truth, and you're gonna have to deal with it.
Mm-hmm.
That's the way I am. That's why I try to stay off the panels, because they ain't gonna like what I say.
Yeah, I was
yeah,
listening to to the joint. I guess it was Bro Sanchez had the other night, man. That joint was getting heated. I was like, whoa. I'm like, man, we gotta do better than this, family. Like all of us. You know what I'm saying? We need to
When was it? Because somebody sent me a message, and I tried to get him on the panel earlier, but he probably at work or doing something. When day was it?
I don't, honestly, I'm not sure if it was a live stream, maybe because they be going late. That's why I ain't really been in the cut lately. Because every time somebody go live, I don't see it till the morning when I wake up. So it had to be. I want to say it was probably like 11, 12 o'clock at night or something.
Which one was it on? Because I'm just trying.
It was on. I want to say it was on Flat Power TV. I believe is the one that it was on.
Flat Power TV.
Yeah, they was on that motherfucker arguing. It was night about B.O.B. That shit got on my nerves.
Okay, yeah, that's what it was then, because it had B.O.B. as a thumbnail.
Man, fuck B.O.B. I ain't saying no. Let me. I'm live. I'm gonna do that. It's not. I'm saying fuck B.O.B.
Okay.
It's like,
so yeah, my bad. It
must
have been that one you talking about then. Yeah, it must be that one you talking about then. True that. But yeah, my thing is.
Go ahead.
Just real quick, my thing is like we need to drop all that bull, you know what I'm saying, with arguing and bickering and back and forth amongst ourselves, man. We need to really like solidify this unification and respect each other and want to, even if we have a difference of opinion, we still need to have the utmost respect for each other, because people on the outside looking in, especially if they seeking information, that's a turn off, you know what I'm saying? So we gotta check that.
But I had also consider that the title did have B.O.B. in it. That's why I kept saying, well, he do have B.O.B. in the title. So
yeah, but that's exactly the one it was, though.
Yeah, I was like, shit, he ain't present, man. You know what I'm saying? Just say your piece about him and then move on, because he ain't here to let him defend himself. So if he ain't gonna step down and stuff on your platform, just come out and make a public statement to the flat earthers that's real with this shit. You know what I'm saying? It's like you false flagging, man. Like people putting blood, sweat, and tears in this shit, and you just goddamn Hollywood with it. It's the same old thing. But they kept going on and on and on and on. I was like, man, I'm tired of hearing about Bob right now. It's all good though.
Yeah, shit.
Bob got to speak for himself. That's just like them tweets. When somebody be up there like that, you don't know if you that's him tweeting or it is the publicity stunt. You don't know what's going on until you come out and say what, you know what I'm saying, what it is for itself.
No, I agree. I think cats need to stop being so attracted to shit that ain't even worthy to talk about.
So what do you come on and say now?
If the dude was really a flat earther or the artist, whatever, he ain't messing with no flat earth communities. Ain't none of us dealt with him. So he ain't relative to us. Just because he kicking flat earth, it don't mean nothing.
Just say all us from Colorado, we rep Colorado. Then some guy over in goddamn Spain go to holler back, yeah, I'm Colorado. Shit, we Colorado. We ain't never heard of you, motherfucker. What you mean? You know what I'm saying? You false. It's just like you ain't a part of us. Who is you?
What did he came on and say? He came on and said something different? What did he do?
Well, he just came out and started he started a GoFundMe to try to put some satellites up in space.
Yeah, he's trying. Yeah,
I heard something about that. I did. I heard something about somebody was talking about that.
But
so
the thing was, he had the calculations right at first, or none of that kind of stuff. And then D Marvel came out and said, well, just lay back on it, which I agree with. Just let him do what he do. Don't have a big distraction about him. You can say something about it for a minute, but then at the same time, just speak your piece and then let it go. But these guys on the panel last night was defending them to, like, you know what I'm saying? They just, well, what if this and what if, man? We can't just keep what if about what he gonna do. You just wait till the man come out and show us. That's all we can do is just wait till Just show his hand.
My bad. I was about to just say I agree with D Marble 100%. You know what I'm saying? Just pretty much at this stage of the game, like I get both angles. You know, as far as whether he's legit or not legit. But at this point in time, we just need to pretty much play the cut. Even if we put the word out there as far as how we feel about it and the fact that he's connected to the Flat Earth society or whatever. But other than that, man, we just need to leave that stuff alone. Let it shake itself out, and ultimately time will tell where this brother's true stance is, and we just need to leave it at that, because it's causing a rift within us. You know what I'm saying? And that's not good, especially over somebody that we don't necessarily consider to be a part of us because he don't interact with us like that. We can't let outside influences come in, and pretty much take over, the way we think and feel or act towards each other. That's just nuts. We can't do that.
That's what it's designed to do. See, that if it is a distraction, that means they didn't did what they wanted to do, cause a rift between us. That's why we put energy into this.
Exactly.
That's what I'm saying.
That's why I was saying earlier, I think cats is too soft, man. I'm telling you, like, look how many panels you've been on or shows you've been watching or listening to, and the arguments start off because somebody just can't emotionally take somebody else not agreeing with them. They saying, "Oh, he called me out my name." Everybody calls somebody idiot or my nigga or this or that. Like, come on, man. Stop with the childish shit. Be men and be able to take somebody having a different opinion than you. That's all it is. Like, I don't even get it. Like, sometimes cats be so mad. I'm like, the fuck are you even mad at? You don't even know this guy. You act like he just took a rib off your plate. Like, what the fuck, man?
I'm trying to put this link out there. Chosen King, I'm gonna drop the link for you, bro.
Hey, I ain't gonna front. I don't eat pork no more. But if somebody took a rib off my plate, we fighting. You can't mess with a brother ribs.
That's what I'm saying. That's the time to get hyped up. You getting hyped up off of words, people's opinions. Like, come on, man. I don't get it. I hate for any live panel show to turn into Love and Hip Hop to me. That's when I turn it off. All that arguing back and forth, that manufactured arguments, when all you got to do is say, okay, cool, that's what you think, it's what I think. Boom.
I'm trying to paste it, man. Look, I can't paste this motherfucker. I gotta get better with this computer shit, man.
Yeah, we just need to keep it tight. You know what I'm saying? All the way across the board. Bottom line, at the end of the day, we all part of the same family. Whether we agree completely or have slightly different opinions, at the end of the day, is them against us. And when I say them, the people that's running the show, against us, the people that's trying to figure it out and unravel it and put that truth out there. So that's what we need to stay focused on that.
That's why I always stay on that Masonic shit, because them the ones who running the show.
Absolutely.
We always say they this and they doing it and they watching us. We got to put a title on they and stick to it. The whole fucking Masonic elite demons. That's who they is. They over the curriculum. They over all the scholarships. They over all the degrees.
You hit it right on the head, man. That's what I was saying.
They over everything. They over
the years ago.
Over the police. They over everything. So who is they?
I was on
you know what I'm saying?
I was on the phone with Red Pill for like 4 hours one night. And I kept saying to him, I was like, yo, this when they had the blog talk. I was like, yo, why don't you do a blog talk radio show on who the fuck they is? And he was just sitting there. I was like, you need to explain who they is. Y'all kicking this they all the time. Oh, expose these people. Real talk. Like, I don't know. This get hard trying to talk to the conscious community sometimes, man. Like, Ed got open mind, but I think Ed got open mind because Ed ain't got no agenda. And I just keep seeing these cats, and I'm like, yo, just go get a fucking job, nigga. Real talk, god damn.
That be my thing. Like, sometimes I be on break, and I can go downstairs, and I can walk outside and walk across a little bit, and I can get some service. When I get up, I see these motherfuckers on. When I go to break, I see these motherfuckers on. When I come home, I see these motherfuckers on. I wake up in the middle of the night, can't go back to sleep. I see these motherfuckers on. How do y'all survive in life if every day you online? Now I'm gonna say this: there's people that I'm gonna use the word blessed that I can stay at home and they can do certain things. And in their spare time and doing certain things, they come on YouTube and they share things with us. There are people that be on YouTube and you have to actually think what this motherfucker actually do in life. Like he sit on YouTube all day or she sit on YouTube all day and argue about people out there living life. That shit crazy to me. It is crazy.
Shit, I know I can't do that.
It's Sarah. Sarah said they got goddamn shave on their t-shirts of Uncle Slang.
Somebody need to get up on this panel, yo, so we can figure out this Moldavite thing.
You know what thing that
My
slapped me
boy
in the face too? The glass. What's it called? Egyptian glass? Is it Egyptian glass? What's it called?
Moldavite?
uh,
No, about that. You talking about the? Nah, he talking about the desert glass.
Yeah, you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about. Yeah. It's it's speculated. Some people say that it was formed from an asteroid impact. Some people say that it was a result of nuclear warfare back in the ancient day or whatever. Blah blah blah.
Mm-hmm.
But the desert is the Libyan desert glass. That's what it is. Libyan desert glass.
Libyan desert. Yeah.
But yeah,
I was trying to see the King coming in. What up, Jay? That was Sarah right there.
Who just popped up?
Hey, it's only me.
What
Y'all
up,
favorite Glober. Peace and light
brother?
to all the guards in the chat room and the goddess with a lot of much love. Well,
what's going on, Sarah?
Nothing much. I was just curious as how many people believe in, I think you guys call it firmament or something like that. And anyway, it means a dome that hasn't been penetrated. To put it in English terms, just a dome that hasn't been penetrated. Like no meteorite or nothing has came through it. How many people on this panel actually believe that? Or at least we all agree that I'm right as far as that is concerned.
I believe in it.
You believe that the dome has never been penetrated?
I believe in the firmament. As far as it being penetrated,
like a meteorite came through.
Yeah, no, I got you. Yeah, as far as my knowledge is concerned, or the information that I've been exposed to, everything that I'm aware of leads me to believe that it has never been penetrated, particularly by an asteroid or comet or something like a projectile.
So what's your concept on the crystal called, or not really a crystal? Some people call it a star crystal, star from the universe. It's called a whole bunch of names, but its correct name is Moldavite. That landed in Czechoslovakia, some junk like that. Landed
Czech
in
Republic.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah, you know what I'm talking about. I'm bad with names and all of that. That's not really my lane. I'm just jumping into it.
No, I got you, brother. I know where you're coming from. See, but this is one of the major things that you need to take into consideration. First of all, Moldavite is not a crystal. It's actually
it's from the universe.
It's a form of glass, right? So this and that opens
no, it's not. It's not a form of glass. Nope. That's fake Moldavite. Nope. I'm gonna have to disagree with you there. There's real Moldavite and there's fake Moldavite. Real Moldavite is not green glass.
Genuine Moldavite, excuse me, is a form of glass, and what makes it a form of glass, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, is its silica content. This is what categorizes it as a form of glass. It's not like soda bottle glass, absolutely not. You know, if you put it into context as far as is a soda bottle precious stone, even though it's glass, absolutely not. Where is Moldavite considered to be a semi-precious stone, even though it's a form of glass? Absolutely.
Hey, check this out for y'all. Excuse me before y'all go ahead.
Sorry, King Tom.
Yeah, Sarah and when I first started, I had a tenant on Sarah and Dre building. So I'm gonna mute my mic, man. I'm gonna let Sarah and Dre build, man, and If anybody else want to chime in, just be respectful when you have something to add on. But I'm gonna let them two brothers build on the motorbike.
No,
I'm gonna mute my mic, bro.
no doubt.
Peace, y'all.
All right, thanks. Well, I'm glad you looked up all the ingredients and all of that. That is what it consists of. I'm really impressed. But what is more impressive is, since you know all of this and you know it's from nature, how do you perceive for it to have been created, since you say it hasn't come from meteorite?
I can only speculate on its creation. I'm not sure how it was created, but I basically, for lack of better terms, I know that it wasn't formed from an asteroid impact. And there are several things that lead me to believe that. And one of the most major things that lead me to believe that is just a quick statement or question. Is it safe to say that if in fact the Earth is a globe that has been impacted by meteorites and asteroids or whatever supposedly created the formation of this moldavite, wouldn't that be spread across the entire planet if the entire planet was bombarded with asteroids?
No. See, what happens is, if you was to research it, what happens is that the majority of the things, by the time it gets down here and hits Earth through all of whatever it comes through, the firmament or the dome or whatever you guys call it, it breaks on up and become solid pieces. I mean, it becomes little fruity pebbles and all of that. What happened is that there was one big giant piece that just happened to make it completely through, only due to its size that it had made it through. If it would have any other regular little tiny meteorite, only due to its size that it made it straight on through. And it was right. And it says through the impact and the cooling of it from once it did hit Earth is how the moldavite was created. I'm not disputing what's inside of it. I'm asking you,
no,
how was it created if you're saying it didn't come from a meteorite?
Well, I was just trying to give you a little background as to why I believe that it wasn't created by a meteorite. And part of that reasoning is for it to, first of all, moldavite, 99% of it is found in the Czech Republic. Nowhere else in the world is moldavite found. So what I'm getting at is, if we in fact live on a globe and there are millions, billions, of meteorites and comets that could possibly impact the planet, that suggests that that location of the Czech Republic, which is the only place basically that has moldavite, that would suggest that there was like one special comet or one special asteroid that had the composition, all, a uniqueness to its own, and it just happened to land in the Czech Republic. When you consider the vastness of space and all the apparent, whether it's minerals and precious metals and things of this nature that are supposedly abundant in the infinite, you would expect to see this material, moldavite, in more than one place on the so-called planet. That alone. I'm sorry, brother. Nah, you good.
Not if it was just one big giant chunk that made it through. This is and this is not normal. It was only one big giant piece that made it through. Anything else has been too small, and by the time it wasn't just if anything else comes through, it would have to hit the ground, form, and cool on down. By the time it hits Earth, it's not even big enough. That's why this is so extreme and it costs so much, because it came so big and so large, and when it hit, it didn't hit. When it hit, that's when it formed. It didn't come as meteorite. It was the ingredients of Earth and the cooling and the combination of it all together. That's why it's only in one area and not all over the whole planet, because it didn't hit all over the whole planet. That big rock came and hit in one spot.
So like once
again, meteorite.
Yeah. No, I got you. But then again, like I said, that still suggests that there was this one lone asteroid or projectile, if you will, in the vastness of space that had this particular composition, regardless of the size. And I do understand what you're saying is that the size of this is the only reason why it survived entry into the Earth's atmosphere in the first place. But there's the odds of one asteroid being large enough to cause that effect is, I mean, it's like probably infinitesimally like, I mean, so that's the wrong word. I don't think that's the word I'm looking for, but the odds of that that particular asteroid being the only one that was large enough to penetrate the Earth's atmosphere is, that's kind of a stretch, if you ask me. That's just my personal opinion. But at the end of the day, just because this stuff is found only in one part of the world, being the Czech Republic, I just have a hard time buying the idea, even if the model that you back is legit, which obviously I don't think it is. The odds of that being the only landmass on this entire so-called globe containing moldavite, to me, is slim to none, virtual impossibility. I just,
Oh,
but I'm going to ask you real quick. Do you know how crystals are actually formed? Do you know what it takes in order to form a crystal? The process?
no, I just know it compensates in the ground and all of that. I never got into I know more of not the actual process of, I know more of a crystal than the process of it being formed. I know, like, the different types of crystals and all
Right.
that aspect. As far as the scientific part and what it goes through and all of that, I'm not into the scientific terms and how it is formed. I just know what a crystal does and what it stands for and what it represents. That's
Right.
my aspect on crystals. But what I wanted to say real quick before you interject was, when a person receives a problem, then they are supposed to not just say it didn't happen that way. That's not how you perceive a problem. For every problem, what a person tries to do is give the solution. I have given the solution to how moldavite is formed. You have not given me no solution to how it was formed.
Well, I
If it
mean, I
hasn't
can
been no meteorite, I keep asking you, how
th-
did you think it was created then?
through natural processes that occur within the Earth, and those natural
And,
processes
and, and
would consist of high pressure, high heat, and a slow cooling process.
right, and now we're back to this thing again. So now you're saying on this, I'm gonna be sarcastic like you. Now on this big flat Earth, you're trying to tell me that only that part of flat Earth has the components or whatever you're saying to manufacture or create moldavite only in that one big realm of flat Earth we're living on? Is that what you're trying to tell me? I'm just trying to see where you're coming from here.
This is definitely a real possibility that that particular region or landmass, if you will, contains the items needed in order to create moldavite. Absolutely, that's no different than you being able to go to like North Dakota and South Dakota where gold was prevalent during the gold rush, but yet you don't see gold scattered all over the planet. So it's all about the composition of the land mass, and the geographical process that take place on that land mass, what's beneath the surface, the pressures and the heats that are involved. So every landmass, in one way or another, is relatively unique, although those elements may be not prevalent but present throughout the rest of the world. It's like anything with chemistry. You need a certain amount of certain, whether it's a chemical or mineral or things of these natures, without the certain levels of these things accompanied with the pressures and the heats, uh, certain things won't form. And like I said, and just to basically kind of drive that home, the formation of diamonds, gold, silver, iron ore, any type of thing or item or whatever that we mine from the planet, it's always found in specific places and in pockets. I mean, for all we know, there could be other deposits of moldavite on this earth somewhere, and nobody's just never discovered it. So at this point in time, from what I know of moldavite, the Czech Republic is the only place where basically it exists. Now, it's been found in other places other than the Czech Republic, but like I said, 98 or 99% of it comes from the Czech Republic. And to me, that's because the Czech Republic is one of these places that actually possess the geographical materials, if you will, in order to form moldavite in the first place.
Yeah, I understand where you're coming from, but like you mentioned, where gold was abundant at and all of that. All of these different things that you have mentioned, there has always been more than just one or two locations that it can be found at. It can be found in several locations throughout the whole flat earth. But moldavite, it's not like that. You don't find that a little peculiar, that out of all the other diamonds or whatever else you want to call them, crystals, whatever you want to call these gems or whatever you want to call them, that there is only one that is only found in one majority spot, or maybe a few other spots that ain't too far away. But every other thing is found in several different places throughout the whole flat planet. And it's hurting me to keep on saying flat. I thought I'd let the panel know that.
Nah, you
I
can,
got
you can
jokes.
say,
I got
you can say
jokes
whatever, it's all
because
good.
I'm a global. Until I get converted, I like to have fun while I'm having these discussions. Don't mind
Yeah,
me.
no doubt.
You got
It's
to
all
make it
good,
fun.
brother. Nah,
And
it's
plus,
all
the chat
good,
room
brother.
gonna love us anyway at the end of the day, because they ain't sitting there being bored. Oh,
Yeah,
didn't mean
nah,
to
it's
cut
all
you on
good,
off.
bro. Nah, you
I
good,
just
you
wanted your
good.
little input on that, my brother.
I mean, I definitely think on some level it is, unique. I won't say peculiar or odd or something like that. That's one of the beauties about this world we live in. It's got uniqueness, and that's what gives things value. And one of the things about this so-called moldavite, I'm just going to take it to a whole nother, whole nother level right now. Now, knowing that moldavite is one of these crystals that are, you know, whether it's pushed or peddled or sold or whatever within the new age community, the conscious community, whatever you talk, whatever community you want to call it, when there's a market for something, realize there's a market for it, and then you have what's called supply and demand. Now, if somebody can place this aura around a certain gem or a certain rock and make you think that it's from outer space and it's rare and it's got this extreme value to it, then they can sell it to you. They can make money off of it, when in fact, I don't know any more than anybody else knows. Like I said, for all we know, there could be an abundance of moldavite in the people that just quote unquote run the show. They see an area to profit off of this particular stone by saying that it's rare and it came from outer space. That serves a double-edged purpose. For one, it generates money, and for two, it bolsters the heliocentric model by claiming that it came from outer space. So there are different reasons why the scarcity, if you will, is a thing. Not only that, but to take this moldavite thing to even further, I don't actually have the article right now, and I will try to find it, but I'm kind of like multitasking here, so my hands ain't really free. But according to this article, I may have the date wrong, but I want to say ever since like maybe the mid '80s. Piece of moldavite purchased after the mid '80s is basically a fake piece of moldavite. It's not even real. That's how rare this stuff is. So
Yeah, I agree with
odds
you on
are,
that. It's a
yeah,
lot of green glass floating
right,
around.
right,
Right.
exactly. So odds are literally that 99% of the people that purchase this moldavite literally have something that's not even real, but yet they claim to be getting healing properties and things from it. It's just a placebo effect.
It goes back
Y-
to what
y-
I said about having agendas.
Absolutely.
Yeah, yeah, but I understand what you mean by supply and demand. But crystals have been around. I mean, crystals,
I gotta.
unfortunately.
I'm
It,
sorry. I don't mean to cut you
no, no,
off, but
no, no, no.
but
Let me finish this one thing, and then you
okay,
can
no
interject
doubt,
because I think I'm going to answer
no
your
doubt.
question at the same time. Crystals have always been around. The only reason why it's becoming a supply and demand now is because people, like I've been having mine for the longest. People are now using it as setting it as a trend. So they try to make it into a supply and demand, like onks. They've been around for the longest, but they're being pushed. So more people want onks. A lot of
Hmm.
people don't even know what an onk is. Everything is like on supply and demand, and they're really trying to push it because they want to fit it into their narrative. But that don't take away that real Moldavite, how it was created. We still haven't really established how it was created and why, like every other jewel, it's not in several locations. We have to. I mean, I'm agreeing with a lot of what you're saying. You're agreeing with a lot of what I'm saying. I'm saying this is something obviously that's going to have to take a little bit deeper, more research, because the only thing we both is going off of what we are reading. I'm quite sure you've also read somewhere how it was formed and how it was created, and then you're going to have those that goes against it. The only thing we can both do at this point is just research a little bit more, and then we still don't even know if that information is going to be really true, because it's really hard to cross-reference Moldavite when you got so many people saying how it was formed.
True that.
And
Two
like I said,
things.
this is based on a trend, on supply and demand. Half of these people don't even know what an onk mean. They don't even know that they're doing it because it's a trend, it's a fad. They rather say, hey, I'm doing this so they don't have to go to church. That you're supposed to still get spiritually enlightened. You spiritually enlighten yourself in different ways other than having to go to church. They're making up excuses not to go to church and say that, hey, I'm this, and now they think they're going to be spiritually enlightened. And the next thing you know, they come up with some Google Gaga name that they don't even know what it means or represent. And it's just getting ridiculous. Everything is just becoming a trend and a fad. That's all it is right now, a trend and a fad. And who can push the most t-shirts, jewels, and onks? You'll see even at the lectures. You ever go to a lecture or debate, or you could just see it when they show you the previews. A lot of
Right.
times you'll see more people setting up tables than they got food for people to sell, because that's what they're pushing. That's the agenda. That's the new trend. That's the fad. That's what they want. You'll even see different types of books, and it might even be pseudo books. They don't even care. The people don't even care. As long as it got a pyramid on it, they'll buy it. Trend, unfortunately. But like I said, we both are sort of right, but we have to just research a little bit more.
Okay. Now
Hey, great video.
I hear you.
Great.
Just two things real quick. Do you believe Moldavite is actually a crystal?
No, it's something from not of this universe. Crystals are made from components of Earth alone. That's what crystals are. This is supposed to be a component made
Okay.
from the universe and a combination of Earth and the cooling process of it. It's not. It's a jewel all of its own. That's why they give it so many weird nicknames like the stars, the star stone. They give it a bunch. White folks. Oops, I didn't mean to say white folks because they're in the chat. Oops, I apologize to the chat. Europeans give it all types of
Wow.
names. You know what I mean? My bag to the chat. And no, I'm not racist. I'm tired of y'all saying I'm racist. I'm not racist.
Um. Damn, I forgot what I was going to say. Yeah, like I said,
Hey, man,
what?
that's all. That was a great bill, bro. But at the end, I think at the end of the day, it's still we reading. You reading information, he reading information. So at the end of the day, it's whether you believe or not believe. Like when you first asked the question, you said, "Do you believe?" And no motivate. So it's still gonna be a question of belief at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying? Whether you believe it or not. That was a
Well,
great bill.
yeah,
I'm trying.
not true.
I,
True.
I see. I
It,
see. You want to chime in on that motivate?
but it's being sold in particularly conscious communities and the New Age movement as a crystal, and it's not a crystal.
Yeah. When I looked it
Crystal.
up, it said it was a crystal. And my thing is who discovered it and who is benefiting from it being sold. So I still
It
don't.
was just. It was
That's what.
discovered in like 18 or 1786 or something like that.
Mhm.
Hi. Uh,
And who's
but
benefiting from
it's
it being sold? Who's selling it? Who's getting the profits from it being sold?
right. But it's thought to have been formed. Like if you actually look up Moldavite, how you doing? If you actually look up Moldavite and you read up on how it came to be or whatever the case may be, it actually says it's believed to be formed and such. It doesn't say it is. It says basically. I'll read one description of Moldavite real quick.
Yeah,
It's an
Dre. I had Googled and I read the same thing. It's believed. That's the first thing I got
right.
from it. It's believed to. Then I
Exactly.
who is benefiting, and more likely is NASA who's benefiting from selling this particular form of material. But go ahead, you can go ahead and read the definition.
Oh,
Yeah.
hold on 1 minute. Hold on 1 minute. I'll be right back. Hold on. I got an emergency phone call. Hold on.
Yeah, but just real quick. I mean, I ain't gonna read the whole thing, but the opening line says Moldavite is an olive green or dull greenish vitreous substance possibly formed by a meteorite impact in southern Germany. That's the
Possible.
opening. Yeah, exactly. Possibly. Now, you
Yeah.
tell me this. Anything that anybody knows as far as science, whether it's a scientist or
It's gonna
anybody
be
that
fact. It's gonna be
exactly,
fact.
if they know that something, for instance, when you look up the description of gold, they will tell you that gold is formed and whatever at this depth in the earth, and the process, they'll give you the whole process of how it was formed, how long it took to form, whatever, blah blah blah. Whereas when it pertains to Moldavite, within the first paragraph or the first sentence, basically it's telling you that it was possibly formed by a meteorite impact. And not, like I said, not only that, but technically, Moldavite is more closely related to obsidian. Obsidian is a form of glass that's formed from lava, basically lava that comes out of volcanoes, and then it cools and it turns into basically a form of glass. This is what Moldavite is, but yet it's being pushed in the conscious community and other new age groups as a crystal, and people swear up and down they get benefits from this crystal because of whatever properties that it contains. It's not a crystal, so you can't have it both ways. Even if it's not a crystal and you admit that it's not a crystal, then why is it being traded and sold within these communities as a healing crystal? So you know what I'm saying? Like, so something's twisted.
Yeah. So you at the same spot I'm at with it, because what I did when he was talking about it, when he went on his his rant or whatever about the crystal and telling us we need to look it up. I went and looked it up and I read the same thing you read, and I was planning on having the same conversation with him. But I rather, you got a better speech pattern. You speak better
No,
than me. So,
I got you, bro. I know exactly what you mean.
you know what I'm saying? But
I
I
know what
was
you're
on
saying.
the same tip again. Like who's benefiting from if I ain't mistaken, I think, man, you have talked about this.
Yeah, we did, bro.
I don't know.
A little
Okay,
bit, we did. We
just talk.
chopped it up before. It was like one of the last times that he had a live stream going.
Yeah,
See,
okay.
I
So
think, Dre, I
okay.
think you was on to something when you said about it forming based on like where it made like where they say they find it at,
In the
like
Czech Republic.
based on the
That's what he made
atmosphere.
it.
So if we use logic and experience, it's just like an Eskimo. You don't see Eskimo nowhere else in the world, but where you see them at, because they adapted to their environment. So I was feeling you on that. Like maybe it's
Yeah,
just
different
something
pressure.
that just adapted to where it's at, and
Right.
that's what makes it different than the next element or whatever.
But then
Exactly.
maybe someone was experimenting and putting pressures on certain elements, and they developed this shit. But it was made right here on Earth. It didn't come to it from it. You know what I'm
You
saying?
know what's crazy though? That shit they use on the Game of Thrones is that green shit. See, I watched.
Moldavite.
Yeah. Well, they don't call it that.
No. I'm just being slick.
They don't call it that, but it's some green shit that they use on there. That's like this
Right.
special element that blows up and all this crazy shit. Just thought that was interesting.
Yeah, I definitely, like I said, when you take into consideration that different land masses possess different, whether it's minerals, just the makeup of the land itself. There are things that are basically unique to certain areas. Now, whether you can find that particular element other places of the world, yeah, you probably can, but it's not going to be in an amount that's so abundant that it can necessarily be discovered. Like I said, just like with the Dakota gold for that matter, when you go to certain areas in North and South Dakota, there were large veins of gold. Does that mean that gold isn't found in other places? No, but you have to go to specific areas because the geographical makeup of the land that's beneath the surface is capable of producing that gold with the combination of pressure, heat, and the minerals, that exist in the ground. So everything can't be exactly the same everywhere you go on the earth. There are going to be unique things to this place. And this is kind of off topic or whatever, but when you take into consideration like places like Madagascar has an ecology unique to itself. It's an island. There's no other place in the world like it. You know what I'm saying? So it's just the same thing when you get the formation of whether it's precious stones, minerals, gold, silver, and things like that. It takes a certain type of area that actually possess the things that create the metal or the ecosystem in the first place.
Hey man, I see Dread out in the chat, man. I want him to bless my motherfucking chat. So, but I was trying to get him an email the last time he was up here. I couldn't get it to pop up on him. Don't try to see if he's still in here, man. I just want him to come in this motherfucker and just holler at me one time.
Throw that joint up in the chat real quick and it just delete it so don't nobody get slick with it.
Yeah, I'm gonna see if he's still in here. I'm gonna see. To come bless me one time, man. That's my guy. Like Gucci said, it's my guy. I get it up there.
That's my guy.
Might have just stopped for him. Yeah, that's my guy.
Yeah, that's what's up, though. But yeah, I'm like, I don't know about this, and then, like I said, I believe in the firmament. Whether it's actually a glass dome per se, I don't necessarily believe that's true. I think that it's more along the lines of like electromagnetic energy that's just basically impenetrable by anything material that we, that we deal with or are aware of. Some things you just can't do. It's kind of like one of those invisible forces, like with the magnets. There's that force when you put the magnet, the opposite poles, or I'm sorry, I guess it's the same pole. When you put the same pole toward each other, it repels. However that works, y'all know what I'm talking about. You can't see that barrier that's between them, but you can feel it. You understand that it's actually there. Well, the firmament could be the same deal where you can't necessarily see it, but if you try to penetrate it on some level, no dice. This is just like with the moon landing. They claim that they took cameras to the moon, but yet, just like when you go through the airport back in the day, they would tell you not to put your camera in the X-ray machine because the X-ray machine would erase all the film. Well, the same thing with flying through the Van Allen belts. How you going to fly through the Van Allen belts with cameras full of film and then you get back to Earth and you got perfect pictures? It don't make no sense.
My thing is, I don't even believe in the Big Bang, so that whole multivite or whatever shit goes out the window for me.
Yeah, the multivite is, and then the whole cooling process when it comes to crystals is completely different than it is for, the glass. So it's it gets a little tricky. Like I said, I don't know everything about it, but I think I know enough about it to understand that, or to make the statement that I don't personally believe that it was formed from a meteorite impact.
Yeah, I'm with you all the way on that, Drake. I went specifically and read up on it because I want to make sure I ain't missing it. So I went and read up on it, and it was all possibility, and it is believed to be, and it's just made up all the way.
It's just like gravity. Yeah, it's a theory.
Yeah, theory. It's like if you believe in it, it's just like a religion. Who is that?
When was the last meteorite that hit the Earth?
Never.
Bro, you got me on that one. They claim
that's what I'm saying. So they saying all this shit happened, but
Well, I mean, look, peep game though. They claim the last one that I know of would have been Tunguska over there in Russia. You know what I'm talking about? That one is supposedly leveled the forest and the whole nine. But then there's also some research out there that suggests that Tunguska was really an experiment that Einstein did, where he bounced something off of the dome and it leveled the forest in Russia. But then when you take that into consideration, that's actually plausible because the military has been bouncing signals off of the dome for eons, and they actually use it.
I'm adding Dread to the call right now for you guys.
No
Oh,
doubt.
is you on the panel?
Yeah. Oh crap!
you
Why
took-
won't it let me add?
Damn, you got them scared the shit out of me. You know, I'm like, damn, I got a goddamn troll.
Nah, it's me. I told him I'll add him.
I think I'm thinking I'm bigger than what I am. I'm somebody right next to you. It's somebody right here. Who is that? It's somebody on here. I ain't saying nothing.
Hey, bro, it's only a matter of time you'll attract.
jumped
His
on.
name is Flat Earth Science. It looks like Flat Earth Science is his name, whoever that is.
I don't know
He
the guy.
jumped on right before
Hi, yes,
Tip.
it's Flat Earth Science 2014. How you doing?
Okay, yeah, how you doing, brother?
What's going on?
Not too bad. I go by Tim
Okay,
Osmond.
welcome
You might
to-
know me.
Oh, this Tim
Yes.
Osmond. Oh, here we go.
Get rid of him.
What's going on, Tim?
Why would you say that?
Yeah.
You know
What's
exactly.
going on, Tim?
I'm not fighting with you on Tom's camp.
We ain't got to fight. We ain't got to fight.
Let's see. It's always gonna be a fight with Tim. What's going on, Tim?
Nothing much, man. Nothing much. Just seeing what was up with you guys.
You came to fuck the show up, or you came to be respected?
No, I would have done it already. You guys wouldn't have even known. So, no.
Oh, you're in
No,
a
no.
good mood today.
He cocky with it, too. Okay, well, since you're here, then why don't you give us your take on Moldavite, brother?
Moldavite, I've never done any research at all on it. Sounds interesting, though.
Oh, okay. So what would you like to? So what would you like to add to the discussions?
Well, I guess I know a lot about the flat Earth and the sphere Earth as well. If you'd like to hear that.
You already told
ears.
us about it, right? Yeah, cool. Go ahead, Tim. Enlighten me.
Well, one of the biggest holes in the flat Earth definitely would be the southern hemisphere. All of the countries you can actually go to and look due south and see the same thing. That would be the south celestial pole. Now, all of the stars go around that south celestial pole clockwise. And in the northern hemisphere, all of the stars go around the Polaris counterclockwise. So this is exactly what we would expect to see on a sphere, but not on a flat Earth.
I heard
That's
you
number
say it
one.
before. You said it before, but the problem I got with that, I don't believe in the southern hemisphere.
You don't believe in the southern hemisphere?
I don't believe in it.
Oh, brother. You know, I was actually going to have a GoFundMe for Bro Sanchez because he says it's a hoax. So I thought we could maybe get him down there because, you know, you guys trust him or whatever. So we could get him down there. He could see the South Celestial Pole. He could see that there is a southern hemisphere. And then he could report back to you guys.
So how come?
I think I remember you asking him to go with you or something one time on the show. But I don't believe in the southern hemisphere. I think the bottom half, the bowl, I think that's just another way of indoctrinating us to something that's not there. It's not existing.
Well, that would be something we should all check. I mean, I've been to Peru, and I can tell you that it's there's definitely a southern hemisphere. You might call it something different on a flat Earth, but there is those countries, and only about 7% of the Earth's inhabitants live in the southern hemisphere. So it is much different than the north hemisphere.
Hey, you know what? Matter of fact, Tim, you know what? Because now I'm officially a motherfucking flat earther. I got hacked by motherfucking Mars. Ain't that a bitch? Thank you, Tim. Thank you, bro.
Yeah.
5 minutes
That's funny. Well, the thing about the flat Earth, guys, is if you are considered yourself as like a truther or somebody that actually, you know, holds value to the truth, the flat Earth seems to really not be true unless you kind of get re-indoctrinated to it and brainwashed to it. So I would just, you know, be as unbiased as you can about this subject, because there are millions of people out there that have very good justification for why we live on a sphere. And one of those is there are two celestial points. And we should expect to see the sun biggest overhead because it's flying around the whole pizza pie, whatever. So it never is at your zenith bigger than it does when it's set. So that would mean that it is much larger and much further than what you guys are proposing.
So it's larger on the horizon than it is over here.
If the sun was 93 million miles away, we wouldn't have a need for time zones. Everybody would experience high noon at the same time. Everybody that's in sunlight would experience high noon at the same time.
On a sphere? How does that work? On a sphere?
You got echo.
Explain to me why you would need time zones on a sphere.
Well, the same reason why you don't really necessarily need time zones. It's just something that we use, it does work on a sphere as well as the flat Earth. I'll tell you, time zones is about the only thing that works on the flat Earth.
I'm sure you've seen the photos of, how they show you the sun apparently 93 million miles away and half the globe is lit up, correct?
Yeah.
Okay, so with that picture in mind, explain to me how, for instance, if North America and whatever land masses that are within that half of the hemisphere are in full sunlight, which is 93 million miles away, why would you have to have a time zone difference between Jersey and California per se?
Well, because the Earth's spin.
But if the entire half of the globe is experiencing the same sunlight because it's 93 million miles away, why would you need a time zone, or why would there be a 3-hour difference between, like I said, Jersey and California?
Well, truthfully, it's just simple geometry, dude. If you had a sphere and you had different points making an observation towards a fake sun or whatever, just for an example, a conceptualization, you would see why this is so. You would see why there's a terminator line as well. And just thinking of a terminator line, of course, that's why we would need time zones. We don't need time zones, but I'm just saying use time zones.
But at say 4 o'clock or 5 o'clock in the afternoon here in Jersey, I can see the sun, and it would be, I guess, like 1 o'clock or whatever in California, which would also see the sun. Why is there a 3-hour difference if we're both experiencing the same sunlight, which is 93 million miles away? That has nothing to do.
It does with geometry.
That has nothing to do with the Earth's spin.
So if the Earth is, let's just put ourselves in the position of what we were prescribed, okay? If the Earth is spinning, then you're saying that time zones have nothing to do with the Earth spinning, meaning that the Earth is actually moving its face away from the sun, right? So you really don't think
away from the sun. If the sun is 93 million miles away and all those rays of light are supposedly hitting this so-called planet at a parallel angle, it just doesn't make sense to me anyway.
Well, that's okay. I mean, as you know, it's not like you're saying that it's something else. I mean, if you just say you don't know, I mean, that's fine too. But it's like I said, it's just if you look at a sphere and you try to put yourself as an observer on different points of that sphere, looking at something else, it's just really basic geometry, dude, truthfully.
But how does that geometry explain a 3-hour difference between the East Coast and the West Coast if the entire country is experiencing the same sunlight, which is 93 million miles away? That has nothing to do with geometry.
Yeah, actually it does. It 100% does. It would be the perspective of the person looking at the sun. The sun wouldn't be in the same exact spot for everybody wherever the sun is lit up. I mean, this is a really, really bad conception on your part, man. Sorry, but
well, no, it's not. I mean, think about it. How big is the country of America in comparison to the sun? And you're going to tell me the size of that sun and it being 93 million miles away, that somehow geometry explains the need for a 3-hour time difference between New Jersey and California? I don't see it.
Well, I guess you could say.
Can you present this geometry to me?
So let's just say in California, let's say no, let's say in Florida the sun is setting, but in California they can still see it. Okay,
How is
so
the sun setting if it's stationary and 93 million miles away?
because of the Earth is spinning in this model. Okay,
So wouldn't that
I could be a
technically be
geocentrist, I could be a
so?
heliocentrist. I'm just trying to tell you guys that the Earth is demonstrably a sphere, and everything that flat earthers tell you is directly lies. Okay, or misconceptions. Just telling you. And you know what? Really, guys, I'm just saying, like, it's a good feeling to know that not everyone on the world is an idiot. Okay, not all these scientists and stuff are just, they're living on a flat plane, but for some reason they think.
Did you drop the panel? Dre, you there?
What's up with that? Yeah. Oh boy.
I think he just fell out, man.
Yeah, everybody fell out. I'm like, I don't know, maybe I'm the only one, but I just don't
I see
understand.
you still.
Huh?
I was trying to see was I see you still.
Nah, everybody dropped. Oh, he
Everybody
back.
dropped.
Yeah, he back on now.
Yeah, I don't know what
I
happened.
see you.
Yeah, we got
Man,
we
shit,
got
bro,
the
I got a
boot.
lot.
But shit, it wasn't him because he was talking.
Well, that don't necessarily mean nothing, you know. I mean, I'm gonna get a brother the benefit of the doubt, but that still don't mean nothing. You know that.
Yeah.
That
Yeah,
man know what he doing when it come to that kind of stuff.
shit, he deep with that shit, bro.
Right. But just my thing is though, I don't know if I'm the only one, but I just can't fathom the possibility that something so far away and the size that it is in comparison to the mass of land that we live on. How can you say that geometry is the explanation behind the time zones? If
I
half
think
the planet is experiencing the same intensity of sunlight until the Terminator line reaches the landmass itself, there shouldn't be no discrepancies in times from coast to coast.
If you take his geometry theory out, then it's just flat in the local sun.
Exactly, but then that's where your time zones can be accounted for, because as that sun is making its circular path across the plane of, obviously if it's over top of Jersey first, Jersey's going to have high noon before California, and as that sun moves through its procession and its circuit, then it gets to California, who experiences high noon 3 hours later.
Plus, when he said the southern hemisphere, how do they get sunlight at 12 noon over top of them in the southern hemisphere if it's a globe?
it's crazy. But have you ever noticed? Even when you go into the metal nether, the bowl, they put the Christ child inside of the bowl in the metal nether. That means Lord. The people who call themselves reading the metal nether, they say that half a bowl means Lord. You ever paid attention to that? And I saw those two men. I don't know if it means anything, but when I see shit like that, it's like a red flag to me.
And not only that, but then when you look at the pictures of, I guess it would be Ra or whatever, where they show you the sun and it's got the rays coming down with the little hands on the ends. Yeah. They're telling you right there that the sun is close and it's local. They're showing you basically crepuscular rays.
Rays.
Yeah, they're just basically what the hell?
Oh no, that was my phone, bro.
Oh! I was like, that's to me. That's one of the things that the Egyptian, a lot of these, whether they're pictures of hieroglyphs or reliefs or whatever you want to call it, where they're showing you the sun and it has the triangular rays coming from the bottom of the sun with the little hand on it touching everybody's head or whatever. They're showing you right there that the sun is a local light source.
Oh yeah, especially on Akhenaten, he always depicted playing in the sun with the angles coming down on him, real close. Mm-hmm. They play in the sun. It's right there. And when you look at on the water, you can see the hot spot where the sun hitting on a direct spot. Mm-hmm. You see the crepuscular rays coming down, so you know, like we talked, just trace the rays back to the tip, to the light source.
Absolutely. And that's if anything, there's your geometry or trigonometry, whichever one it is. You can triangulate that sun's position by tracing those rays back to the source. You can't do that with something 93 million miles away because all those light rays would be parallel. Which, like I said, leads me back to the point that if that sun is 93 million miles away, projecting parallel rays across half of the planet, no landmass that's smaller than half of the planet should experience a time zone difference because that whole entire half of the so-called planet would be experiencing the same intensity of sun all day until the Terminator line reaches that landmass.
Exactly.
That's just basic logic. I
Yeah.
agree.
Yeah, man. I don't believe in that southern hemisphere, man. I just think it's flat, man. For all the information I be gaining, it's just flat. I was waiting on my boy to hit me back, man. I'm hoping some people come over there to his chat room and support me. I don't know, man. I ain't no good debate or whatever, but I'm just gonna say what I need to say and what I believe. You know what I'm saying? What I think to be true, and just hold it down for the family, bro.
You good, bro? You speak your mind. We got your back. Just like I heard somebody. I was listening to one of these. I don't even know whose live stream it was. It was a video I was watching today while I was driving, and basically, what was said was, we all come to the table with different strengths and some, and weaknesses. Where some are strong, some are, some may be not as strong or weak, and
That
we
was
cover.
Project Frequency.
Absolutely, and we cover each other, So if somebody's got some information and they can't articulate it as well, or they just might not be up on the facts of the matter, then you got another one of your family members that can step in and take care of that. And then, exactly. So it don't matter where you go, what you do, as long as we get notifications and everybody got everybody's back, we gonna do that regardless. So you never got to worry about being short on information because we all gonna be there for you.
Yeah, that was up, man. That's what I was saying the first night I was here when I was talking to my people. I said, if I don't have all the information, I got a family that'll goddamn come back my ass up. And next time I know y'all was here, I was like, damn, there you go right there.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Because I'm gonna tell you right now, just in my experience alone, I learned an immense amount of information from everybody. I don't care who it is, whether I agree with their information or not. I learn something new almost every day when I look at videos and stuff like that. So, everybody brings something to the table and everybody can learn from everybody else. And at the end of the day, just like Sequence says on a regular basis, steel sharpens steel. So as long as we keep, sharpening that steel amongst each other, then, it's all good. That information will come to you. Eventually it'll stick. And you'll be able to dole it out just like, you studied it yourself.
I was reading, I'm looking in OG Logic chat, right? I'm reading some shit that Dre just said, and I had seen some shit on YouTube about how these people starving these people. I don't want to give them the food that people that know that donated for them to have to eat and stuff like that, and they still ain't giving the people the food or nothing, man. They starving the people out, they killing them. And Dre just typing shit like that in Logic chat about what they doing. They doing the same thing over in Puerto Rico. They're not giving the people the food, and then if you try to put up a fight or try to say you hungry or want the food, they threaten to arrest you, and they killing these people, man. They depopulating the earth, and they doing that shit right up on the Trump watch, and it's shit crazy, bro.
That's the thing for me. Like, in my opinion, we already know how it is. So what do you expect? That's exactly how they've been acting. That's what they do. So instead of always, oh man, they doing this, they doing that. How come we ain't got to go GoFundMe for all of us that don't work and be YouTubing it? Can't go down there with supplies and stuff ourselves and try to help the people. Now I know we can't go to Puerto Rico because we ain't got no planes and shit, but as far as the people we can help, why there ain't nobody coming on their channel saying, look, I'm down here.